Welcome to a gentle yoga practice. My name is Kaylee. I say gentle with just a little bit of an asterisk today. We will be on the feet. We will be doing downward facing dog, and maybe we'll even see a couple of the warrior shapes. But I really want to encourage you to look for this quality of smoothness in your breath, maybe first and foremost. And then certainly inviting that into the way that you move your body. And perhaps if we're lucky, maybe that quality of just a little bit more smooth, shall I say, can be embodied by the mind, for lack of a better word. Meet me in whatever comfortable seat works for you. We're just gonna do a little bit of centering breath work very, very briefly. Trying to see, let yourself kind of shift around if you need to. Shrug the shoulders to the ears and roll them down your back. And then invite your body to become still. Let your eyes close down or soften your gaze to one spot. Just notice your natural breathing here. So there's no need to change it or adjust it or even manage that flow of energy. The body's already handled it. Just bringing some awareness, expanding our level of connection to what's already happening. As you take a few more of your natural breaths, just do a gentle check with your posture, finding a little bit more length in your spine. Notice if you can relax the tops of the thighs and let the sit bones get heavier. Lengthening gently out of the lower back by engaging very slightly some strength through the abdominals, supporting yourself in the midsection without tensing. It's just this solid middle area, allowing the heart to lift and the shoulders to melt down your back. Keep your nose pointing forward and bring a little bit more length into the back of the neck as you reach the crown of the head upward. And on your inhale, you could breathe in from the sit bones, filling all the way up, drawing the breath through the torso, through the trunk, all the way to the crown of the head. A little pause at the top. And slow exhale. You can keep your lips sealed and exhale through your nose. You can always open your mouth if that feels better. Do that again. As you inhale, as if you're filling up a balloon in the belly to about 80% full. Let the breath roll through the lungs, the ribs lift. Pause at the top. And slow exhale, releasing the lower jaw, relaxing the shoulders, letting the hips and the thighs get even heavier. 2 more rounds of breath like that. Inhaling, filling the belly, feeling the chest, maybe the shoulders lift. And long exhale, staying tall, but releasing the shoulders down your back, letting your thighs get a little more relaxed. 1 more breath right here, filling all the way up, breathing in so deeply that you can't help but sit up a little bit taller. And then exhale, let it go. Returning to your natural breath, or inviting a gentle ujjayi into your practice. And keep the eyes closed and just listen for the verbal cues. Doesn't really matter so much if we're matched in terms of how the body's moving. Again, the goal today, the focus, is smooth. You're also always welcome to blink the eyes open. We'll reach the arms up overhead, inviting a little bit more length as you keep your chin level and your nose pointing forward. Turn your pinky fingers forward and your thumbs back. So you can lift the rib cage away from the hips and the pelvis, but allow the pelvis to stay heavy, long through the low back. Take another big breath in. At this point, maybe you lift your chin and open through the throat. And then as you exhale, fold forward, reaching the hands forward, keeping the elbows off the ground for a moment. Look toward your fingers or lift your chin toward your fingers. And then start to walk the hands further forward, finding a forward fold. Let your head fall between the upper arms. Your elbows can touch the mat. And your awareness to your legs and your inner thighs. So the inner thighs gently pulling back. As you continue to allow your heart and your head to reach forward, heavy through the outsides of the hips. And start to walk the hands back toward your ankles. Notice which shin is forward. Notice which ankle is forward. And then walk the hands all the way back behind you. We're going to stretch the legs out front. Palms can turn so that palms are down, fingers can turn forward or outward. Roll the shoulders down your back, lift your chin. And then energize your feet, whether you want to flex the feet or point the toes or spend a moment in each position, in each one of those pointed or flexed sensations. Take another big breath in. And then exhale, come back to a nice neutral spine. We're going to switch which shin is forward. So now it'll feel maybe a little bit funny if, like me, you have a habit of having one leg on top of the other. We want to balance that out eventually. We're going to reach the arms up again. This time, interlace your fingers and press your palms up. Chin stays down for the first few moments. Draw the ribs further away from your hips, as if you could lengthen out through the sides of the waist, lengthen out through the middle of your back. And we're going to go ahead and bring the chin up. Keep all the energy in the arms, but release the fingers. Turn your pinkies forward and your thumbs back. Big stretch, breathing in. And then fold forward. Look toward your fingers. Long spine on an inhale. Walk a little deeper, mouth ahead as you exhale. Stay here and breathe. You can invite a little bit of a nod into the head or a shake, just a very gentle movement. Maybe go a little slower, right? So sometimes smooth requires us to slow down. And certainly an invitation for a practice like this to move with a little bit more mindfulness and to really feel all of those little nitty-gritty shapes between the shapes. So the transitions, smooth those movement patterns out. And the more those transitions smooth out, the more we land in each one of the asanas, that much more fully, that much more present and aware and supported. To walk the hands back again with the chest. We'll take another one of those back bends, extending the legs out, turning the fingers forward or outward, hug shoulder blades together, lift your chest, lift your chin, point the toes, stay here or root down to the base of your index finger, base of your thumb, and then lift the hips up into a reverse table. If you reverse your table or reverse plank, excuse me, if you take reverse plank, point the toes, squeeze the heels toward each other. Take a big breath in. And then go ahead and find a nice neutral spine. Flex the toes, sit your hip bones down, reach your arms up. Long spine, breathing in. And then fold forward, gently reaching toward the soles of the feet without any attachment, right? So maybe we end up reaching for the outsides of the knees, or the calves. Feel the space in the back side of the body as you breathe into it. The back of the legs, the right and the left side of the spine. And then start to lift yourself up. We're going to cross ankles, plant the hands, find a tabletop position. Just taking a couple rounds of cat-cow or maybe a little bit of freestyle movement here. Let's go ahead and start with bringing the heels and the knees all the way together and bump your hips side to side. So I'm working to keep my shoulders pretty much still over my wrists. And keep the shoulders active, and so pushing down through the shoulders, and then really allowing that rotation in the hips, maybe in the sides of the waist. Come back to center, bring your knees a little wider, and then we're going to go ahead and drop the belly down as we roll the heart through the arms, softening out through the elbows, lift your chin, and then round the spine as you find cat, curling in on yourself. 2 more rounds, find cow, maybe you shift forward a little bit. And cat, you can round it back, almost like you're moving toward a child's pose, but your hips stay high above the heels. One more time, breathing in. Breathing out. Find a nice neutral spine, tuck the toes under. Firm through the shoulders as you press down, and then just lift the knees to a hover. Breathe, smooth, steady breath here. So this is where I mentioned gentle with an asterisk. We want to be gentle with our mental energy and strong as we smooth out our breathing, calm the mind. Start to lift the hips, downward facing dog. Take a moment to find your dog. You might feel good pedaling it out a little bit. Lift and lower the heels a couple times. Each time you lower the heels, let the heels get a little heavier. And let's go ahead and pedal it out, bending into one knee as the opposite heel drives down, and then alternating. Well, it's still creating that smoothness in your movement, maybe slowing it down a little bit. I know I get a little carried away and I start to pick up the pace. See if you can notice that, if that's a factor in yourself as well. And no judgment, but maybe be curious about what happens when you rein it back in and you slow it down. Bring your big toes close together at the back of the mat. And then try and keep your hips square as you extend your right leg. So it's not going to go up as high as it might usually go up. We're trying to keep the hips square for right now. Straight, strong arms. Big breath in. And then step the right foot all the way through between the thumbs. Tense your fingers under your shoulders. Your left heel is lifted. So you're in a nice low lunge. Draw the belly away from your front thigh. We're going to roll the heel of the left foot down as we rise up into a Y shape warrior one. So arms are nice and wide in this Y shape. And it's almost kind of like a warrior 1.5, where my hips are slightly moving toward a warrior 2. So we're not overthinking squaring the hips so much as just lining the ribs up over the pelvis. Let your pelvis get heavy, your tailbone lengthen down toward the earth, even as your heart lifts. Eyes might start to move up and you might start to close that Y shape down. Perhaps the fingers come together. Take a long breath in. And then tap the fingers around that front foot, pivot the back heel up. Stay here, breathing in. High push-ups. Step your foot to the back. Pause. Inhale into your high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Go onto the tops of the feet. Drive down to the toes as you lift into cobra. Inhaling the heart. And then exhale, lengthen out. Drop the forehead to the mat. And do 2 more, moving with your breath. Inhaling to lift, you can come up a little bit higher, or maybe you stay a little lower. Exhale, long spine, chin drops toward the chest. 1 more here, breathing in, lift your chest. And this time find child's pose, knees nice and wide, big toes close together, they might even touch. Press your hips back toward your heels as you reach your fingertips forward. And then drop the forehead all the way down, start to nod the head slowly from side to side. Almost as if you're shaking your head no. And feel the release in the back of the neck. So slowly rotating through the base of the skull. And come through center, drop the third eye straight down or the forehead straight down and just breathe into that connection for a moment. On an inhale, slide forward, find your tabletop position. Tuck the toes. Firm shoulders, press down through the hands, hover your knees. Take a big breath in. Down dog. On your exhale, lift the hips. Take the left leg back, trying to keep the hips square. Aware all the way through that leg to your left toes. You can point the toes, you can flex the foot, but just expanding your energy and your attention all the way through from the fingertips to your lifted left toes. Breathe in. And then we're going to step all the way through, low lunge, tent the fingers under the shoulders, spin your right heel up. Take a breath in. Pivot the back heel down on the exhale. Warrior 1.5, I'm going to call it, with that wide shape arm. Let the hips get low, the legs are strong, the feet are active, and the ribs are lifting up. Continue to take those smooth, steady breaths. Maybe you start to bring the palms together and move your gaze upward. Nice long inhale. Low lunge as you exhale, frame the front foot, spin the back heel up, high push-up, breathe into it. Lower all the way down as you exhale. Cobra roll up, inhale, look over your right shoulder. Roll right back down on the exhale. Cobra roll up this time, look to the left shoulder. And down through the center. Cobra or upward facing dog, right through the middle. Lift the chest, breathe in. And then downward facing dog, roll over the feet. You can always slide through a tabletop position. Stay there, take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Right leg lifts on our inhale. Step between the thumbs, find a low lunge on the exhale. Warrior 1.5 all the way up, big breath in. This time we're gonna find warrior 2. Separate your feet a little further. Turn your back toes toward the long edge of your mat, your front toes toward the short edge. And then just notice if you could stack your shoulders over your hips. Soften your eyes out past that outstretched front arm. From warrior 2, we're gonna reach the front arm forward. Pause there, we're still lifted, but the front arm is reaching forward. We're working toward creating a diagonal line with the spine and the back leg. And then we're gonna bring the right forearm to the right thigh, release the left hand toward the left side. From here, start to rotate the chest upward. You might even bring your left hand across the front of the body, reach the fingers for the right side of the ribs, and then use that left hand, I'm kind of exaggerating here, but use the left hand to rotate the chest up to whatever degree is available. We're going to sweep the left arm long over the left ear, creating that long diagonal line of energy. Active through the feet without overly tensing anything. So the prana is still moving. The breath is still smooth. Nice full inhale. Low lunge, frame the front foot, pivot the back toes. High push-up, breathe in. Low push-up or all the way to the belly on the breath out. Take your back bend, inhaling. And then down dog as you empty. Left leg lifts, big breath in. Step between the thumbs, low lunge on the breath out. Inhale, warrior 1.5, rise it up. Exhale, warrior 2. Make those little adjustments. See if you can feel as supported as possible in your body and in your breath. Continue to smooth out your breathing, to soften around your lower jaw and your brow. We reach the fingers forward, leaning the chest forward. And then we're gonna lower the left forearm, bring the right arm to the side, or bring your right hand across the front of the body, catching the left side of the ribs, and then using that hand to encourage the chest open toward the side of your space. So to whatever degree is available, the hips and the heart are rotating open. Bring the arm back toward the side body and then sweep it all the way up and over, finding your extended side angle. From here, you might even start to move your eyes upward. Notice what happens to the balance. We recreate that smooth quality. And sometimes within the smoothness, there is a little bit of like, it's just nature, right? So that yin yang. Within the smoothness, we might find a couple little jagged edges. We might invite a little lightheartedness into those areas. You don't have to take it super seriously. We're all works in progress. Look down, take a breath in. Low lunge, frame your front foot. High push-up, land on the in-breath. Lower up to halfway or all the way down on the exhale. Take the back bend, lift the heart, lift your chin. And downward facing dog. Take 2 deep breaths, gazing toward your toes, your knees, or your navel. And sending the breath wherever in your body you need it. And exhaling to calm the mind, to let go of any expectations. And lift the heels, look forward. And then step your feet to the top of the mat. From here, we're going to slowly roll up to standing. Let the head and the arms stay heavy. Down into your feet. Circling the arms up over your head once you get upright. And then we're going to go ahead and keep the right arm lifted, but lower the left arm toward your left side. Find a big side bend. Bend your right elbow and see if you can peek up toward the ceiling or the sky. Take another breath in. As you exhale, bring that right arm to your side. Inhale, lift the left arm. And then side bend, finding some space all the way from the outer edge of the left ankle up through the left arm, bending the left elbow. Maybe the gaze moves up, breathing in. Exhale, left hand to your side. Both arms reach up, big stretch, breath in. And then Tadasana, release the arms to your side. We're going to do one balancing pose. Let's start by rooting down through the right foot. Bring your left heel back, reach your right arm up. And then try and catch the inside of your left foot with the left hand. The left thumb points back. And we're gonna point that left knee down for a moment. Tiny tuck of the tailbone to find a stretch in the front of the hip and the thigh. Firm up from that area as you start to hinge forward, reaching forward as you point your left knee back, kicking into that left hand. And then yes, absolutely. The longer I practice, the more I'm able to like see the wobbles, see the moments where the pose isn't quote unquote working as the most important moments to soften. To remember that we're all, again, works in progress. We smooth it out, let go of the judgment, be in that space of curiosity, that growth mindset. We're slowly going to try and come back up, keep hold of the left foot. Then instead of dropping the left foot down, bring the right hand to the right hip, kick your left leg forward, hands to your hips, point the toe, gaze toward your left toe for 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down. Reach your arms up, big breath in. Through the heart and then to the sides as you exhale. Bow pulling on the other side, left arm comes up, right hand catches the inside of the right foot, pointing the thumb up, then firming up, tiny tuck of the tailbone so you feel the length in the hip flexor and the quads, and then we start to kick the foot back, point the knee back, reach your left fingers forward, set your eyes to one spot to find your breath. Setting the foot down, perhaps we come back to the starting position here. And then kick the leg forward, hands to your hips. Gaze toward your big toe and breathe. Thanks, breathing in. Tadasana at the top. Let's rinse it out. Big inhale, reach up. And then exhale as you fold forward, catch your calves, tuck your chin toward your chest. Find your halfway stretch here, breathing in. Keep the right foot down. We're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat. Lower your left knee down. And we're going to bring both hands to the inside of the right foot as you start to walk your right toes over toward the right. You might even come onto the knife edge of your right foot here. So we're in our lizard lunge. Great place to stay. If you would like from here, you can play around with how far you walk that right foot over to the right. I'm usually almost off my yoga mat. But maybe we bring the left forearm down as well. From here, you start to kind of rotate the body, maybe even the left knee toward the right. So going to roll that left kneecap so it's pointing more toward the right. And then reach the right arm up. Opening the chest as you let the head drop back, stay here. Or we're going to bend the back knee now that we're not on the kneecap. Catch that outer edge of that back foot. Again, the thumb is pointing up, and hand is on the knife edge of the foot. Let the head drop back, let the chest spin open, take another breath in. And then bring that right hand back down, or the right forearm back down. We're still in lizard lunge, breathing here, make any adjustments to your back leg. Think up dog or cobra with your chest. And then we'll come back to the palms if you're on the forearms. Press the ground away, tuck the back toes under, lift your back knee, lift the hips a bit, maybe invite a little rock forward and backward. We're gonna land in Malasana, yogi squat at the top of the mat. Press down through the hands, and then step that left foot forward outside of the left pinky fingers, hands to your heart. Firm up the energy between the elbows as they press into the inner thighs, and the inner thighs as they press back into the elbows. Create some length in the breath again, reaching the crown of the head away from your sit bones. Full breath in. And then fold forward, pivot the toes toward the top of the mat, heel toe the feet a little closer together. We're going to keep the left foot down as we step the right foot back now. Drop the right knee down, left hand comes to the inside of the left foot, working toward lizard lunge as you heel to the left foot, perhaps out to the left. I sometimes come out to the knife edge of that left foot. You stay here or bring your right forearm down. If you've turned to the knife edge of your left foot and the left knee is pointing to the left, option to rotate that right knee toward the left as well. Left arm can lift up and open. Think about creating space between the crown of the head and the heart. Stay there or bend the back knee, reaching for the outside of your foot with your hand. And just notice where you can invite some smoothness. Maybe it is into the breath, maybe it is into the shape itself. Maybe the smooth quality that we seek the most is how we are managing our mind. Remember, it's a work in progress. We'll release the foot if we caught it. Start to gaze back down, bring the forearm or then the palms down. So we'll meet with the palms down. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee. Shift forward and backward a couple times here. And then Malasana at the top of the mat, big step forward. Reach the arms forward, round the spine until you can sit down onto your butt. We're going to turn it into happy baby. Keep the spine rounded. Reach for your big toes and then roll it back. Happy baby. Feel yourself land on your back, on your mat. Beginning to let the practice settle. You can invite a little rock side to side. Maybe you're straightening one leg out to the side at a time or taking a supine straddle. Go ahead and bring the knees together. Cross the right knee over the left knee. And then use your left hand to guide your knees over to the left as you tee or cactus the right arm. Bring the knees close in toward the chest. That can sometimes feel really good. And just breathe as far down your spine as you can. Taking those really long, smooth inhales. Slow, steady exhales. Turn to the center. Untangle the knees and switch the crisscross of the knees. Taking your twist to the other side. Actually working your way back to the center. You can give the knees a gentle or really tight squeeze in toward the chest. And one leg at a time, finding Shavasana, releasing one leg at a time away from the lower back. Once both of your heels have landed, let the feet splay out, let the arms drop down to your side with the palms up. Shimmy the shoulders a little closer together underneath you, let the chin drop toward the chest ever so slightly. Come back to just this global awareness of your body. Letting go of any control that we might have been efforting towards, especially around the breath. Without forcing it, allowing the prana to move fully and smoothly through your body. Prana is more than just the breath. Releasing muscular tension so those channels of energy can flow. Stay here just for a few moments. Listen for my voice to end our practice. So just a moment longer and offering this reflection of like where in your life off of the mat could we bring this quality of smoothing. It's not that we're brushing things underneath the rug or hiding things away or not speaking up when the situation actually requires us to speak up. Rather, it's moving through life as it unfolds. Just a little bit more ease, a little bit less resistance. Nod the head slowly to one side. Return to center and over to the other side. Start to invite some movement into the ankles or the wrists, fingers, toes. Take all the time in the world. Find a seat. You might roll into the fetal position first and pause there for a breath or two. You do land in a seated position. Bring the hands to the heart. Sit up tall. We'll finish with one cleansing breath together. Big inhale, let your shoulders lift in toward your ears, then even more breath at the top. When you're ready, open your mouth and release. Thank you so much for sharing your practice. Take good care of yourself. I hope to see you soon. And yeah.